Alright, countdown's pretty much done. It's a good thing I got my heart rate up during DDR, because it's never going to be that high again today. Back with Infra, Chapter 9 out of 10, and hopefully the last we ever see of this game. So let's carry on. Left or right? Well, I never do anything right, so let's go. We got our souped up flashlight that we picked up at the office. We met everyone who's apparently coming over in a helicopter to help fix things, but they insisted that we be the vanguard. We head on in. It's a pretty powerful light that we have here. But the imminent nuclear catastrophe won't stop us from taking photos of anything we find faulty. I could swear I'm hearing some flickering lights. And look, that light is out. I'm going to take a photo of that. We've taken a photo of a lot of broken things, and we haven't kept any context for it. So it's going to be a grim time going back through everything and trying to explain what the problems exactly are. And no shortage of problems around here. And unfortunately, this chicken wire fence is preventing our glorious progression here. Boy, I once again forgot to go and check how to just no-clip in this game. That'd be fine, no-clip our problems away. Well, somebody's been hanging around here. I saw the green glow and thought it was more of those spicy mushrooms, but it is not. Hey, you're not alone there, Economist. Dunking underneath this train did immediately make me think of Payday 2. What's the name of that mission? You have to go in and steal some guns. But if you do get caught, that's it. It's just game over. You've got seconds to get out of there. There are two exits, van and boat. Well, the trains are still running, so it's hardly a real catastrophe around here. Oh yeah, it was the nuclear warhead. That's what you were really after. The nuclear warhead in 2 parts.
Like sticking a fork in your mouth. No thanks.
But getting the guns gets you the extra money, and honestly, who does a heist in Payday and doesn't empty and clean? I do wish they'd change up multiplayer Payday so that if someone gets caught, it doesn't bugger the entire team. It would be nice to have a last man standing feeling, but whilst also playing stealthily. Because there are few things quite as annoying as going into Payday. Someone joins your game, they just immediately alert everybody, whether it's by accident or on purpose. And then it's, oh well, back to the start we go. Now maybe they fixed this in Payday 3, but from what I've seen, Payday 3 has not been well received, and you wouldn't catch me dead playing that, because online only, even in an offline game, you need a connection. You've got to wait in a lobby just to play a solo game. What were they thinking? I don't know what they're thinking, and I'm not in Sweden, so I can't go and knock on their doors and ask them. Which is a shame, because I was interested in Payday 3, but the moment I heard that, all interest just shriveled up. I wasn't even aware Payday has offline. Oh yeah, I played offline a lot. In games like that, I actually like to hone my skills offline before I play online. I don't like the feeling of being dead weight in an online game like that, especially a game like that where you really gotta work together and overcome as a group. Okay, we just started this chapter and I already have no idea where to go or what to do. I feel like I'm blocked off at every corner. Was there a way inside this place that I overlooked? Front door doesn't open. Aha, there we go. Careful thinking, forward planning. Anything worth tackling on around here? Doesn't seem so. Oh boy. This puzzle hasn't changed from chapter 1. Or was it chapter 2? More fuse boxes.
That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
And that is also not changed. Slam that in there. Is there another one? Oh, there's a whole load of beers, though. Durable beers. I remember kicking a guy in the arse at school long ago, and he wasn't upset about getting kicked in the arse. He was upset because he had some bevy in his back pocket, and I cracked it by kicking him. Obviously wasn't as durable as the beer bottles that we have here. Well, maybe not that one. Ah, here we go. My inquisitive nature has won yet again. I haven't tried this. Can these be thrown into place? Ho 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 ho! This game's getting better. Better by the moment. This is a quite comfy setup. I don't like the fact that your recreation room is the same room as your car. That's gotta stink. Oh, and the outhouse, I suppose. But it does have that living and tool shed appeal. Just needs a bit of a gym setup. And definitely a computer. Oh wow, now that's living. Still, what do those fuses achieve? What was not activating that can now activate? It's nice having the torch that we can just have on all the time. I assume they do this in the game because prior to this moment, everything has been relatively well lit. But ever since we got back to civilization, it's been anything but. That's strange. The implication seems to be that I should break that glass. What's that going to achieve? Well, not much if we throw like a... Well, I didn't have anything not flattering to say, but throw pathetically. Huh, I think that's the first time I've seen broken glass like that doesn't shatter when you throw something at it. Right, well, we have all these buttons, might as well push them all. Oh. I guess we're moving that thing, but why and where? Are we going to put it in the car? Are we going to break something? I mean, it looks like we need to push it forward right, forward left. That would be my big-brained guess. Now it's kind of dangling there. What's the story here? Do I need to smash this window for some reason using that? Maybe it'll set off an alarm? Made all the worse by the fact that I can barely see it while pressing these buttons. Oh hey, check this stuff. What in the world are these? Didn't realize you could interact with these. There's L1 through 6. And they do line up with this. For what purpose? I still think I want to break the window, though. If I had to guess, I need to set 1 to each of these so that each of the buttons actually do something. Different, that is. And then they should actually function one way or another. That's good if I just bring it down a bit. And just bring it forward and smash this glass. Why do I want to do that though? I don't really know. What have I now achieved? Oh, he likes the shrooms over here. Also, someone broke this window. How dare they? I was thinking maybe I need to position it so I can have something to jump across for whatever reason, but no. Do I even need it? That's another question. Maybe that was just to cause that accident. Oh, I suppose one way of thinking is, how in the world do we get out of here? Because we're locked in. I don't even remember how I got in. It was through some square thing. Ah, yeah, up there. So mayhaps the reason that this is even here is to give me a way to jump out of here? Come on, you're practically getting on there. Yeah, I reckon I need to have it on here so that I can jump on it and jump out. That makes sense. Can we just have it like that? I think it needs to be just a little bit lower. There we go. Except, is that even working for me? In a manner of speaking. Game says no. Ah, hey, these things light up. Cool. I managed to not notice that this whole time. What's this game's problem? This is clearly the way out. There we go. Oh. Then I went and spoiled it all. I think it's slightly spinning around because of me touching it, so I wonder if I could just steady it there. And there we go. Easy peasy. What's this? It's just these light things. Trying to make me think that I found some spicy shrooms. Oh yeah, good point. Better safe than sorry. Maybe let's not overwrite our this chapter save, lest we find we've made a horrible mistake. The intended way was smashing the door open with the engine. Why would the intended way for a man trying to fix this city be to break even more stuff? You've taken your crazy pills, Acronymus. Or actually, maybe you just haven't taken your anti-crazy pills. There we go, go. Whoa. Look at the Matrix here. Looks like we're running Windows... Is that Vista or 7? Which one had the Aero theme? You're on anything here? Oh, what does it say here? Here's some interesting plunder from the latest hack. There seems to be some sort of military secret. Files, leave the land, da-da-da-da-da. Holy turnip, where did you get these? Found some NCG files, protected. Off to the LAN party. Okay. This deep lore that we're learning. But I can't take a photo of it. Come on, I went to all the effort to get in here. Where's my juicy reward? This USB stick, of course.
Fascinating.
Why am I stealing that?
I don't think I can fit these in my pockets.
Oh, you can try.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
I don't know where I'm going to find the time, but I really do just want to make a video that slices together all the times that he's talking about batteries. I think it's going to be a sizable video. I'll have a lot of recordings to sift through for that. But I've got some editing I need to do for Factorio anyway. I want to slice it into one video and just cut out all the downtime. I won't, however, cut out all of my disgusting dying and reloading. That is my burden to bear. It was a good run, though, other than that. Is that a gun? Playing with the big boys now. Does really none of this work? Or do anything for me? Maybe that key that I got opens another door, or maybe that USB thingy that I have will get me in elsewhere. Can't imagine how or why or where. Oh, that's right. The key perhaps opens the padlock over here as well. Wait, why am I even down here? There was another route I could have taken. Maybe it was a much better route. Try over here regardless. Nope, ain't no way over this 3-foot fence. Perhaps I can climb on top of this train and then make my way over, although we have delicate Finnish ankles that might snap at the very thought of doing so. We don't seem to be able to climb up onto this thing, not that we can see at least. I don't know, I'm just thinking about putting it up, calling it the INFRA experience. And having it just be the guy talking about batteries. Hopefully I can find enough times where I'm not the one talking over it. Well, this gets us high enough, but not close enough. Ooh. Poor old legs. Perhaps I have to backtrack and take the other route that we saw at the very start. Alright, we'll give that a go then. What will you do in Factorio? That I've got a lot of achievements still to get in Factorio. It's going to be very long and very boring. There's going to be absolutely no tension. And it's not even going to be particularly skillful, because as I've said many times, I'm not that good at Factorio. But at least it'll be a bit of closure, getting all those damn achievements. Many of them are very, very easy, but there are 2 that are very not. 20 million green circuits and 100 robots following you. Logistic and construction robots don't count, they have to be the combat bots. And that means a lot of infinite science needed. for one of the most useless techs in the game. Actually, I implore you to tell me of a technology that is more useless than more follower robots. It's expensive, it's late game. By the time you get it, you have so many better ways of killing everything. It takes a long time to research. Belt boots. Ooh. Nah, belt boots is pretty useless, but... Huh, thought for sure that would break. But it comes early enough, and it's quite cheap, and there are times when you might want it. I mean, it's not very power efficient because it's always on. That's the biggest downside of those belt boots. They never turn off, it's just a constant, I think, 100 megawatt drag on your personal power armor.
Border inspection? What is this?
A border inspection, I guess? Oh wait, did I just pick up a passport? Okay. Are they gonna...
Hello?
Just put your passport on the tray. Close the hatch.
Sure. Anyone read that? Passport. Can't see the name. We're female, apparently. Me issued? Oh well, there you go.
Denied. Now leave.
At least I get to take it back.
Stop ringing that bell.
Oh, I will not.
Stop it. You know what? Just keep doing that as long as you want.
Okay, if there's a limit to that, I have lost it. Right. Show passport if you are a citizen of open sewer. If you're coming for a visit, make sure that you have permission. Don't give beer to the inspector. Absolutely no 6-packs of beer. Whoa. Well now. I think we know what to do. Bit of a trek back to get that beer. Kind of making me wish that I'd come up here to begin with. Have you played Darkwood? I have played Darkwood. I didn't care much for it, but I did think it was quite good. That might seem wrong, but I can think a game is good and also not for me. Just didn't accomplish anything I'm looking for. When I play a spooky game, I want to be really unnerved. Scared, even. Ow, Oni did that to me. To a lesser degree, The Witch's House did that to me. Mad Father kind of failed at that. But Mortuary Assistant, oh my goodness, that was so good. This explains why those 6-packs didn't break earlier, because they're a vital thing. I thought they didn't break because I could use them to smash the window with, but no. Ooh. Oh, okay, I thought maybe I could use you for something. Where are them 6-packs of beer at? I know I threw them around. So nice having a battery that, a torch that doesn't run out. Thought I threw it into this corner. Aha, there we go. Steady now. Oh good, INFRA. I didn't sleep well last night, and I was looking for something to nap to. Well, you're in the right place. It's Nothing Ever Happens the game. We'll just use our mind hack and levitate this 6-pack of beer over to the sultry passport guard. Meaning that the key we found and the USB thing we found probably do nothing unless it's some kind of secret ending stuff. I have been informed that there are multiple endings to this game. Apparently a good one, a bad one, and a terrible one. I don't know how reliable that source is, I don't know what those endings are, but it'll be part of the fun which one we end up getting. Oh, New Game Plus potential then! If we put Infra on the next Longplay vote as well, we get to do it all again and go for a different ending. Yeah. There's potential with that idea. Oh, wrong place. And the problem is people have been using long plays to just troll me, so I need to find ways to troll back. There you go, sir. Wonder what happens when you sneak out.
Denied. Now leave.
That doesn't seem right.
Denied. Now leave.
You need the passport and the beer?
Beer? Thank you. Welcome to Turnip Hill.
I don't feel very welcome. Dearie me, cracks in the wall. Thank you, YouTube commenter, for pointing out the importance of having visible rebar in cracks in the wall, indicating structural deficiencies. Because rebar is not so good with compression, that's why you need concrete for it, right? Maybe I got that the wrong way around. Right, what have we
That's not
here?
good. This place is a mess. I need to find a way out.
Why did we even come in here? We're meant to be finding the nuclear place, or is this the nuclear place?
Someone should get that fixed.
Is this what it's like in Finland? As I said, I've never
I
been.
thought I'd have to collect bottles for a living.
Oh no. Okay. Just gets better and better, doesn't it? One of his favorite games ever. That's not good enough that we just stack boxes, now we gotta collect knickknacks for Dosh. Can I put things other than bottles in there? It won't know. Smiley face milk carton. Why do I even want coins? Some people in Sweden were crazy about collecting every bottle they can to bring it down for their precious kroner. Okay, I got myself 7 or so dosh. For what reason? I don't know. Maybe some kind of coin toll gate somewhere. Or maybe we're just desperately thirsty for some beer, milk, batteries, shrooms, or random. The best you can get from open sewer, all you need, cheap and stuff. But why? Come on, in you go. Okay, it doesn't like milk cartons whatsoever. That must be why it's giving us the smiley face. What about a brick? Let's hurl a bricky mart. Brick. Why? Why indeed? Now give me my coins to that brick. How many times is thin like beer funny? An infinite amount of time, apparently. Will you accept a beaker? Glass stuff, okay. Clearly it's Manette in charge of the recycling. She wants stuff. Well, I can. Oh, I collected bottles and cans to be able to afford video games as a kid. Really? What's the payout rate again? I think it's like 1 kroner per. Oh no. It's 1 kroner for a can or a bottle and stuff, right? Alright, how do you handle crockery? Infamously difficult to recycle. Crockery. Are you gonna fit in there? Come on, 2D JPEG food, get in there. Not good enough. Let's not break the stein this time. Easy does it now. There we go. More coins for my glass stuff. Dragged myself down to the local high school. Every day in primary school, those 1 and 2 essay keys did add up. Neato. The thing we did in Scotland was for big glass bottles of iron brew. Always seemed overkill, I never got those. 4 open sewer coins. Well, beer and milk seem like a waste of time. I don't need batteries anymore. I guess I get some shrooms? Wait, I'm not able to eat it? Can I recycle the shroom? That was a waste of money, wasn't it? Alright, let's hold on to the coins that we do have. I think we picked up about 14 of them. And spent 4, so let's say we have 10 left. And then see if we come into a situation where we...
Take me in the wrong direction. I should find another way out.
Show a passport, buy a ticket. What's the plot of this game again? Oh, we've lost the plot. So you can only buy a ticket if you have a valid passport. Worth keeping in mind. Oh no. Alright, well let's just recycle another bottle. So one kroner is about 8 pence or so. So let's say you find 15 bottles or so and you get a quid. Video game's going to cost you about 20 quid. That's a lot of bottles. You must have had some great big black bin bags for it then, Nix. Does sound like good entrepreneuring, though. I can get behind that. There was a time that Coca-Cola ran this campaign where there was a number on your ring pool, and if you got a series of numbers, you could win a prize. And I was obsessed with this idea because the grand prize was big money. I think it was tens or hundreds of thousands of pounds. And I saw the money and I thought, wow, so easy, right? All we need are like these sequential numbers. Of course, my tiny little child brain could not process the very idea that, you know, they're not going to print out many of this certain number. But I do remember going through all the cans in a restaurant at one point. Trying to see if I could get... I got all the numbers except for obviously the one that they didn't print out much of at all. Good times. Come on, Rasputin and Vintors. Help me out here. Why am I here? What are we accomplishing by running around this really weird free society place? I don't know if there's a name for them. A bunch of hippies that just get together in a commune, I think. I think you call it a commune. A commune. Anyone ever spent time with them? It just seems like a place that's going to smell really bad and steal all your stuff. Oh, sorry, an involuntary donation. That's what would happen to your stuff. Turnip Hill History, pay to read. How about I don't pay and I don't read? But I would like to smash that thing open. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. I drank 1 can of Iron Brew every school day for years. It's amazing that I still have all my teeth, actually. Right, you're going to be my ticket to reading this book. Or at least breaking it out of there. Oh, okay. I don't really want to read about Turnip Hill history, but I guess we could give it a go. I doubt I have 25 coins, though. Oh, hello. At least help us along the way. I am bamboozled. What does this have to do with anything? We're meant to be going to the nuclear plant. Is this the nuclear plant? Has it been taken over? Is this just a thing in our way? Did we take a detour instead of driving directly towards the plant? Quick recap, the city is in shambles because of some quakes and falling in caves and all that. But we're here to fix the... I hear someone sleeping. We've come along to fix the supposedly dying nuclear plant. We have to pay. Pay to... just take the stairs. I guess I won't then. Alright then, have a coin. Take me to floor... Phenomenal. There's one thing this game really needed was some grinding. Are all of the stairwells blocked off? Yes, they are. My desire to find a no-clip command grows ever more.
I'm pretty sure that's not meant to be like that.
Don't know what we're looking at, actually.
I'm not home now. Just go away.
Can we take any of these very useful looking tools? Sledgehammer? Hacksaw? I'll take your money, that's for sure. Probably gonna need shrooms at some point around here. The one that I picked up maybe needs to be dragged over here.
Password.
Password?
No. Fuck off.
Right, well that was a bit of a bust. What else do we have? Oh boy. Yeah, I was wondering how less fun this game could get, and it's delivering. All the joys of Nix's primary school childhood here. Getting us anywhere? Well, does say do not disturb. Man, doorbells like that are horrifying. What are you playing at, Acronymus? Right, up we go. One more floor. Yeah, I can see that. Why are you spoiling that? That's not very sporting. Enter two. 2 coins so I can get in. Could I not just like open this up with a key and get all of the coins? Well, I guess time for breaking and entering. Glowing cake. Glowing drinks. I'm still lost as to why we are here, though. Oh, I'll steal their money. Good thing we're wearing our welly boots and our high-vis vest. Yeah, this is, I mean, it's tight, sure, but perfectly functional kitchen. Shame I can't just store these in my pocket or something. I could bring it all down in a big old sack and make my money. I have a smaller kitchen. Oh, for the longest time in my life I had the small kitchen curse. Every single place I ended up living in just had tiny, tiny kitchens, and that was a real pain in the bum. But now that I'm in Hungary, I've finally broken that curse. I have a nice sizable kitchen here, plenty of counter space. Oh, this is one way to go and see your neighbor.
Can't carry anymore these days.
Certainly something.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
Yeah, now there's another important plot point. The reason we drove over here is because it will be a while before the helicopter can pick up the infrastructure people and go and fix the plant. So we were instructed to drive ahead, because it'll be faster. What part of this is faster? Why are we here? I wonder if they just made all these environments and couldn't reasonably think how to put a game together, so they just had to find convoluted reasons to drag your arse through it. Border inspection is too much. Getting passports is harder than ever before. Uh-huh. Nice apartment. Not sure about this. Everyone's getting paid with real money instead of these damn tokens. More open sewer coins. Uh-huh. There's a birthday party next door. What are they doing in my bathroom?
Intriguing.
That is one well-made bed. Maybe this is full of military types, which would make our transgressions here all the more dangerous. It's no fun just to be handed the code, Acro. How about a hint as to where the code is? Besides, it might not even be necessary. Well, we could end it all. Just take a jump and kill ourselves. Don't threaten me with a good time. There's a drawbridge. Okay. Why? And is that photograph worthy? No. Is any of this? Also no. Surely being handed the code and it resulting in less infra means it increases the general amount of fun in one's life. Nah. I've had to suffer through this damn game. We're all going to be suffering together for a while. Door, bridge, override. Looks like we need another fuse. Because they haven't quite had enough of their fuse puzzling in this game. You can even call it puzzling. Puzzling in the same way that you give an infant those little boxes with shapes in them and they have to put the right shaped item into the hole. I remember having a lot of fun playing with those. I've got a pretty good childhood memory, or infant memory even. Right, there we go. Overriding for bridge. However, the door needs overridden now. What's your problem, door? Why won't you be overridden? Do I really need the purple card? What's the point in the override? Or does it override the door over there? Oh, oh, no, 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 bridge. Maybe there's a purple card key hiding away somewhere. Oh, or maybe... Huh! Well, I think we found the real game at long last. What are we betting? I'll bet on my lucky number. 12? Can I put multiple bets? Maybe if I put in more money. It would seem not. Alright. Spin to win. What? It was clearly about to go into 12. What is this tomfoolery? This is more rigged than that Stacker game. Anyone ever played Stacker in the arcades? It's grim, I'll tell you. Yeah, there's my number 9. Come on, 12, don't let me down. Seven, 8, 9. Okay, looks like it flicks 9 times after its spin around. Is that 9 turns after that? It's hard to tell. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, no. Oh, you don't you patronize me. Save scum for infinite money. Ooh. I like the way you think. Time to hack this game with our phone. There's my bets. I wonder how much this thing pays out. No coins left, but don't you worry, my phone is full of money. Not the greatest chance to win, to be honest. 1 in 16 ain't too shabby, unless it's rigged. What if it is rigged? What if we look around the back and there's... Oh, there's nothing on the other side. It's all self-contained here. Oh, I think I won! Hey! Also, the odds of winning, 1 in 16. The prize, 2 to 1. What a rip-off! What a god-awful rip-off. Can't believe I didn't even get to see my glorious victory, but hey, we doubled our money. What can one do with 20 coins? Oh, make that 21. Paying for the distraction, I suppose. I wonder if there's another casino in Budapest. There's one, but it's kind of trummy. And the moment I joined, my inbox got flooded with spam. Monumentally. So they're definitely selling your data there. I've been warned that Hungary does not have the best digital security practices in Europe. Oh, hello, hello. Wherever the office is, we can now get in. Because we just steal whatever. Kinda, yeah, just spam emails advertising everything. Viagra, mail order brides, insurance, Nigerian princes, all sorts. Can't stand up here, which is a shame. I thought maybe I could dramatically leap from one place to another, but this is a good hint that maybe we go through there and then go through there, or vice versa. I'm going to Budapest for the first time in December. I think you'll enjoy it. Well, I really like it. Normally I don't like big cities, but being in Budapest makes me perfectly happy. Alright, so this will be the way through this broken window. I do appreciate that this game is not just using a big bucket of yellow paint
I have like a ton of these things already.
to point you in the direction of where you need to go. It's nice when a game doesn't baby you like that. Steady now. These pipes do not look like they could support a grown man clambering over them. But in we go regardless. And there's my purple key card, which I don't think I need because I just jumped out of a window to make my way along anyway. What's that? Alarm situation. I'm a little worried. Not everyone is happy with how we lead this place. Crazy people. It's weird. People go crazy even here if we don't... If they don't, we use those damn mushrooms. They're evacuating the city because of a flood. I'm leaving as soon as I can. Okay, well, good for you.
Fascinating.
Is it, though? Well, we got information, but how about something useful? Anything useful. Like progress. All I've been doing is looting this grotty commune's apartment building. Oh, right, well, no, I did get the purple key from here, didn't I? So maybe that's gonna give us some sort of boost in progression. Come on, out you go. There we go, go. Anything around here? If I could jump my way into there, probably break my delicate ankles doing so. Clearly other people here. I can hear things getting broken in the distance, and I swear I can hear some people yelling as well. This will be the office key. What's in the office? Money, 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 and...
Interesting.
incriminating evidence. Turnip Hill status report. The government still transfer the remaining homeless people to open sewer. Won't be enough space for everyone. Strange and violent behavior. Homeless people is greatly reduced. Fewer people live in the street. New potential areas for people to live. Okay, so what? They're just shoving the homeless over here to live out their homeless days. Okay, well, I suppose homeless people have to go somewhere. Let's just stick them on a bus and shove them over to San Francisco. I wonder how they earn their dosh here.
Intriguing.
Is that the beer? Beer in the nasty plastic bottles. Okay, so open sewer coins, our own economic system for utilizing and managing OS resources. Operating system resources? Exchange for labor. Income sources, mostly mushroom and alcohol. Black market. Royalties. Welfare, confiscation, low purchasing power. Only a few places accept open sewer coins. I'm not surprised. For one thing, they could work on the name, couldn't they? Ah, right, OS, open sewer. Right, my mind just immediately went to operating system. Alright, now I can use the executive elevator. Bibbidi boop, bibbidi boop. Alright, where's this gonna take me then? Whoa, it's a fast one. Have you got accommodation and that sorted out, McCain? Do you need any hot tips and advice on Budapest? I've been there now quite a few times, because I really enjoy going there. No, I just heard of it yesterday. You're making it sound not very, Hold on, the word isn't coming to me. Oh damn, I didn't mean to slip out. Can I slip back in? Maybe not. Consensual. You're not making it sound very consensual. Oh, it's a company trip. Oh, not bad. Company trip to Budapest, sweet. Say, Paradox did have some pretty sweet company trips. Team building, what was it, like 3-day weekend over in Malta? Didn't matter if it was November, it was still pretty damn warm for me. Plenty of swimming to be done there. Rip. And tear until it is done. Looks like a popular fellow. Oh. The pattern of these chapters getting longer and longer. It doesn't seem to be letting up. I think we were 3 to 3.5 hours per chapter for 7 and 8, and here we are 9, an hour deep into it.
I'm sorry, but we're closed. Come back tomorrow.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask how to get out of here.
Oh, you can go through here, but
But what?
you have to help me first. I need to move some bio-waste into a dedicated bin near Rabali's grill.
Oh, great.
There is one bag inside that barrel on the right. Take it and do what I said.
That's just great. Disgusting.
Is that a face? I didn't pay attention to where she wanted me to take this. Something about a bar and grill, I think? Couldn't I just throw it away and say I did it? Bio-waste. Oh, there's a hand as well. Wonderful. Is that what they're eating at the bar and grill, then? Something wrong with these people. Any other distinguishable things inside this bag of mystery meat? There's definitely that face in there. I guess it's just the face and the hand. Okay. Where's that bar and grill? Are you the bar and grill? You just passed the place. Oh yeah, rib ale sounds about right. So where do I put it in rib ale? Do I just put it here? Oh, no, I think I put it in here. The food waste. Uh-huh. Was it just the one? Oh, I can have some turnips.
A turnip a day keeps the doctor away.
I'm not sure if that's the case. Aren't turnips packed full of sugar? Or am I thinking of sugar beets? No, surely it's turnips and not sugar beets. Also, I could have just stolen a turnip here. Always reminded of the sad story of some wee Brazilian boy that lived down the road from my pokey little village back home. And there's Acronymus's usual I'm so sorry gift subbing. Or maybe he's just... Oh, God knows what's going through that chap's head. Anyway, poor Brazilian boy down the road. So he made some spare change by chopping up kindling and selling bags of it. But it was just, you know, take a bag, leave a few quid sort of affair.
It's done. Now let me in. I have to hurry.
Thank you. I'm going to unlock the door for you. Unfortunately, I have to stay upstairs. I was a bit careless when I was handling those, contaminated bodies.
Oh, that doesn't sound good, but thanks.
So one day some ne'er-do-well just comes in, steals all the kindling and all the money, and off he trots. So yeah, just leave the money solution doesn't work because of people. Do I really want to enter the cemetery? Such weird gating, though. Like, what if you get here and you don't have the money? Well, he's just in for a bad time, I suppose. 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, and so I don't have to pay that ever again. Anything worth taking a photo of around? Oh, thank God I didn't back out there. I was just about to try and get a good photo. Oh. Bribery to get you to go into the keypad apartment. Oh. Well, am I stuck here? It would appear so.
That place was nuts. These poor people can't even afford a proper funeral.
Don't feel sorry for the poor. If they didn't want to be poor, they'd be rich.
This could come in handy.
Yeah,
I
so
don't
could
think
it.
I can fit these in my pockets.
So would an entire toolkit. But yeah, you haven't seemed to want to bring one.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
We did drive a car all the way here. Could have brought a toolkit out of the trunk. Needs to be careful not to go too deep, but heavens knows what's down here. Could be anything. Could even be nothing. Just like a wildcat. Oh no, the water flooded in over our wellies.
I don't think I can fit these in my pockets. I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
Oh no. Can we just... No, that's definitely a fall too far for our delicate ankles. We would snap them like twiglets. That might not be too bad, though. Oh no. Invisible wall just kind of pushed me back a touch.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
Well, we did just find that wrench. Surely that's going to be good for something. Maybe I can unscrew this, or just, you know, take this thing with me. Ah. But did that achieve anything? Our survey says probably not. How about you? No? Something was actionable at the right edge of the bridge. Ah. Is that wise? doesn't seem very wise. Can I reach this last bit over here? No. But maybe if I unscrew enough of these, it's all just going to collapse on itself. There we go. Feels like one of my bridge construction ideas here. Oh, that game was fun. Remember those fun games? Ah. I know. My exacting standards. Hmm? Thank you for that, Cogto. Anything to avoid spending any more time playing this game? Well, maybe not anything. I could have uninstalled this game at the end of Chapter 2 when it became very clear what this game was all about. Apparently these aren't a problem. Why are we even on this side? What are we accomplishing here? Can I start driving the car? Can I move this car? Can I do anything with this car? Do a sick jump off this ramp? I can levitate against this thing. No Payday style hole clipped into the wires for me. Why am I here? So many unanswered questions. Maybe they'll all be answered in Chapter 10. Oh my days, this was hiding in clear sight. Railing is broken. Someone should get that fixed. Thank you, Momentum. Carry me along, please. Yeah, don't mind me. Just obviously, it's not INFRA putting me to sleep. It's just that very exhausting session of DDR,
That's not good.
which I'm quite satisfied with because I cleared a song that I'd never cleared before. So clearly, I wasn't too out of it. I did feel out of it, though. Crikey. There's a monster in here. That could get a little spooky. Better save and save often. Even saved over the gambling save. We've just given up documenting the green mushrooms. Also, yeah, given that the whole plot point is that the caves are collapsing in the city,
Someone should get that fixed.
should we really be going through a cave right now? Holy moly, that's a load of mushrooms. Probably instant death jumping into that. Just take one good waft of it. Ooh, cozy. I probably have to extinguish that fire and then go through the back of that. What do we have to extinguish with... Oh, more bags? Any suspicious protrusions from the bags? Never handled a dead body, and I plan on keeping it that way. I'm sure it'd be a life-enriching experience, but not one that I'm actually keen to do. That did not put out the fire. I probably need to rejig the water direction somehow. What I hear is breathing now. Does it indicate that INFRA man has lost his marbles? Another gun. Was there anything worth reading here? Distribute the cargo always evenly. Okay. Still not going out. Alright, well let's just go crazy with the old flushing. So wasteful. Alright. Yeah, stepping on that's likely going to kill us. I mean, honestly, it's just a wee bit of fire. You could just... Ah, here's the problem. I never actually opened the valve here. And then I'm going to close this valve. So where does it normally go out to? Ah, of course! Of course! We fuel the mushrooms with our byproducts. I would have thought that would do it. Okay, maybe we need to close the valve up here. That's the ticket. You know, maybe these green mushrooms are actually fed by poopy water. After all, they were growing in the sewers. Although that's a bad implication for the city dam. It's like a city skylines dam. That was the one thing I wanted to do when I saw City Skylines, is I wanted to make some kind of infinite dam energy generation with poop water. But ultimately I could never get into City Skylines. It was far too bland a game. Also, what are we taking a photo of here? Oh no, there's greenery. Oh god, actual people live here. Things the homeless must come and invade all the time. Oh, I think they've already been. No, clearly not. Those bottles would not still be there. I'm not sure if the message that all infrastructure faults basically come down to mushrooms is intentional, but it is hilarious. Well, maybe Finnish faults are. Bjorki, I'll take you. And we haven't seen one of these in a long time, not since the explosives in the caves.
This is Max Caller. I'm interviewing Jeff Walter. The date is December 18th, 1986. Let's continue. Now, where was I? I started to have my suspicions about this whole project. I knew that they weren't telling me everything, So I sent some people to find out what they can. They came back to me with some disturbing information. It was more than just building some weapon. I was going to tell everyone about this, but then when they found out what I was doing, I had to run. Now I've been hiding here for God knows how many years, trying to find a way to reveal this whole conspiracy. I knew what they were doing, but nobody would believe me without evidence. Then I met Xander Berg. He was the key to this whole thing. He was the leader of the scientists at the bunker, and somehow he managed to escape. But he's very ill, and now he's he's trying to... Can we continue tomorrow? I'm not feeling very well. Sure thing.
Interesting.
Is it though? Maybe this game's got some deep plot that's just flying right over my head. Oh, hello, another key, and some more batteries. That's a villa key.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
What a happy chappy. Alright, pretty nice house. Pretty Resident Evil-ish with the stairway up here, the way around the back. Down here must be Lisa's grave. Was it Lisa? I played the remake of Resident Evil 1 quite a bit. I even got good enough to beat its randomizer, and I still can't remember much about it. Maybe I'm thinking of Resident Evil 0. I was about to say I need some YouTube infra lore deep dive to explain this game to me. Oh god. Maybe you find that's Acronymus's YouTube channel. Deep dive into infra. 10 million views, every single one of them Germanic.
This is Max Caller interviewing Jeff Walter. It's December 19th, 1986. Let's begin. Last time I was talking about Xander Berg. He was... What's that noise? Someone's coming. Jeff Walter. We meet at last. Who are you? You're not... Let me handle this. You know who I am. I'm the one who's going to give you what you deserve. Oh, you must be Alex Hartman, and you, Eric Kleinman. It's nice to finally meet you. Berg told me a lot about you. What did you do to him? I know that you kidnapped him. I didn't do anything to him. Here, take this. You can find him there. He's not feeling well, and... Eric, you can go. And you, Walter. We have a lot to discuss. So, what do you want of me? I know that your company went bankrupt, but that wasn't my fault. Is that why you're here? You did more than that. You destroyed my life. You killed my wife, my child, and this whole damn city. Put the gun down! What did you do? It was his fault. Rosenthal did the same mistake. He didn't do what I said. You don't understand. Look, we have to talk about this. Yes, we have to. I want to show you something, okay? Don't move. I just... What did you do? Why did you do that? This wasn't supposed to happen. Why? Why? It's over. Everything. Why is this thing on? I need...
Oh, damn.
One of the best games Acronymus has ever played. Maybe he's really, really into community theatre. Maybe this is more Payday 2 than I thought. let's not talk about that jetpack. No one needs to hurt that badly. Oh, hello.
Fascinating.
I can't read that. Dear friend, something something. Flashlight out, zoom in. I hope the letter reaches you in time. I still want to ask for one last time. Are you sure that you don't want to say anything to Eric? Sincerely, Jeff Walter. Alright, good for you. I'll say they certainly put in the effort here. There is no shortage of effort that has been put into this game. I suppose that makes it pretty difficult to hate, but not too difficult to dislike. But why are we even getting sidetracked to this? Why are we not at the nuclear plant like we said we were going to? Where did we end up driving to? Oh.
Must be careful not to go too deep.
It doesn't look that deep, but let's save with our phone just in case it slides over the top of our well. Oh no. Wet socks. Not wet socks. Alright, well, let's take the path less traveled. And well, there's nothing here. Oh, there's that. You know, just seeing that reminds me of one thing. I was in America one time, and it came absolutely flooding down with rain. The rain was heavy enough that it washed a trolley down and along a parking lot. And just at that moment, it's hard to describe, but it was the funniest thing I could have imagined. And I just couldn't stop laughing at it. Bizarre, I know. Right, can we perhaps sneak our way in here? Nope. It does feel like there's a way in. We have had to do this previously in the game where we climb on the roof and make an elaborate way into a building. Gotta hand it to this guy, he is really against just kicking down doors or doing anything similar to that. But I don't spy a way in from this side. Or any side. Maybe we're just not meant to go in here. But then what's the purpose of this wee sheddy place? Perhaps it has none. Also, it's not really a shed. Oh, perhaps the fact that it's flooded is something that we should make a note of. Oh, be careful not to go too deep now. How is this not photo-worthy? It's all flooded. Crowbar and selective violence would bypass 75%. This game should have about 75% of it bypassed. It has long overstayed its welcome. The initial part I actually thought was quite interesting and promising, going around, taking photographs of structural faults, right? That's cool, that's engaging. But this is so many twists and turns. The game has long gone off the deep end. But who knows, maybe it has a thrilling and also satisfying conclusion that wraps everything up. And leaves us not feeling that our time has collectively been wasted by this. I've already checked this place. The doors would be open if I'd already been here. Or they're Silent Hill rusted shut. Okay, forget Silent Hill. This is pretty Resident Evil. What kind of octagonal hole do we need to fill with this device? If indeed there is one. Could just be a red herring. Don't know if this game has had much in the way of red herrings or not. It's going to be hard to tell. I think that would be more engaging, Alex Spurdo. Be more engaging to me, at least. And you could take that in any number of directions. You know, get paid for it, use your money on upgrades that allow you to snitch better. have your batteries last longer or whatnot. Or just have a story that progresses, and depending on how well you snitch, you see more or less of the story. This feels like something that would be useful in the basement area, but no. Maybe there is no use for it. Thinking about it, I've already been around here and not seen anything that this could be used on. The whole layout of this building's kind of creepy. Well, it's probably just because it's nighttime. I'm sure in the daytime it's a perfectly serviceable place to be. You missed like 60% of the optional content, by the way. Missed it, huh? Is this meant to go anywhere? It really feels like a key item of sorts. If it's meant to go anywhere, oh, hello? One more, and then we do something. Alright, eyes peeled for another octagonal device that... Whoa. Hello. Another Villa key. Could hold the... Oh, that allows us to read this. Unfortunately, you're unable to cure yourself. Oh, okay. Can I have a bottle of your Rocca Junior 75 vintage? Can't remember if I played the first-person Resident Evil game. What was the name of it? Not Dead Aim. Well, actually, maybe it was Dead Aim. Not the light gun game. The one for the Wii. There was another one. Maybe it was Dead Aim. Between us, I think me and Lucky have played every single Resident Evil game that has ever come out. Maybe not all versions of it. We don't own the device that plays those weird mobile versions of Resident Evil 2. Fascinating though they may be, I don't think they're going to be enjoyable to any degree. Alright, eyes open for octagons, people. I am looking for an octagon. Someone lucky ended up playing bottom of this step. Oh, whoa, okay. Was that always there? Hidden in the floorboards. Now, we put a list together of all the Resident Evil games, and then we rated them, what we thought of them. Generally, we have the same taste anyway, so... Is that gold? Finally, this trip's being made worthwhile. But I don't seem to want to pick it up for some reason. There's some polonium 210. Oh, fat stacks of cash. And a classified list of key operatives.
Intriguing. Interesting.
This gold's coming with me. Alright. Now that we've accomplished probably nothing in terms of progression, where do we go and what do we do? Safety matches.
Matches might be useful.
I don't know why you would think to grab that and not the huge number of tools that we've come across overall. Oh, here we go again. Given that we've seen quite a lot of mushrooms so far and not taken photos of them, I assume what we're actually taking photo of here is the duck.
I have like a ton of these things already.
And yet not enough.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
Big grim. Well, we're clearly not picking it up, Jetpack. As you can see, our hands are full. We're just... Oh, actually, no, I think we are picking that up with our right hand. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? This gold's just weighing me down at this... Well, no, I'm going to take this gold with me as far as I can. Maybe I can carry it inside this. Okay, well, I'll use my poo-covered hand then. Scouted out that nearby barn. There's a boat, some shaft filled with water. Tunnel leads there. What were they digging? Smuggling? I haven't, Yeah, okay, whatever.
I have a feeling I'll be needing that boat.
Why didn't we just drive to the plant? Okay, well, I have a funny feeling I'll be needing this. But where and why? I haven't noticed any sort of water flow stuff. Although perhaps this will change that. Oh man, and our fortress just drains me. Must be careful not to go too deep now. Oh, okay. Then it was too deep. Well, I still have my gold.
I have a feeling I'll be needing that boat. Matches might be useful.
Why though?
Someone should get that fixed. I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
There hasn't been any puzzle relating to the poo so far. Thought maybe we could drop it in to contaminate water to muddle with some kind of water analysis thing, but no. Right, next time I'm going to save before coming close to that water. I didn't think it would be so bad given that there was a... Oh, hello, this might be it. Maybe we can drain the water down a bit. Yeah, given that it was a ladder down to it, I thought I'd be safe, but I suppose that was my first mistake. You. Here. Mm-hmm. A lot of Valve turning in this game. Maybe they were secretly wanting to be bought up by Valve. Alright, save and save often. Is this puzzle really like the boiler? See, I was wondering about that, but I couldn't see anywhere to... Oh, hang on, hang on. I was thinking I couldn't find a place to light it up, but then I remembered we moved this wood around, didn't we? Was there more wood or other combustibles to shove in there? Possibly, possibly. Hello, hello, bits of wood. I'd have a hard time lighting up a big, dense bit of wood like that with just a match, so maybe I've given Commander Shepard too hard a time during the long dark. But some of these have bits of bark on it, so you can just take the bark off, shred it up, and use that as a tinder. There we go, eat your heart out, Shepard. Not sure if that achieved anything down here. This stuff doesn't look drained at all. And I imagine we need to activate the pump to drain the water from here, lest we flood our boots again. Good use of pallets. In fact, for a makeshift mine, this all seems quite well made. Sounds like flowing water. I'll take it. Crawling down this is surely someone's nightmare. No, not me. My nightmare is having to fight Lord Frieza. A perfect cell is my good friend. He keeps appearing but not helping in any way. Just stands there smugly going, having a little trouble there, are we? I got a text from my friend just the other week referencing that very dream. Right, save and save often. The less of this game we have to play, the happier I will be. Culminating at the zenith of my life happiness when I finally put down INFRA, never to look at it again. Oh yeah, no kidding, Alderaan. I mean, I love games and gaming, but sometimes you're just stuck with an awful game that goes on for far too long. I mean, I finished Disgaea 7, and I mean finished Disgaea 7. That was actually not as long as Disgaea 5, thanks to some mechanics. Is that our jump? I am amazed that the water does not just flood in from there. How in the world is the water not... doesn't add up in my eyes, but I suppose it doesn't have to. Right, what's the story here?
I wonder if they have the motor for this lying around.
Just paddle. Don't be a lazy bastard. That was my job. That's why you came out of sick leave. Actually, because I was sick, I thought, no, this is a perfect time to just grind through Disgaea. And I did.
I don't think I can fit these in my pockets.
Can I just unceremoniously lob it onto the...
Must be careful not to go too deep.
How deep could this possibly be? Oh, okay. Quite deep. If you turn up at the plant and the helicopter just arrives, I'll laugh so hard. Well, it'd be nice that Infra can elicit some emotion, any emotion.
I wonder if they have the Molotov test lying around.
How can I do this? Oh, okay. I tried to spacebar crawl my way up here. It didn't work before. Alright. Let's go. Let's rip off another thing from Half-Life.
If only I had my fishing gear with me.
It's a maze, isn't it? It's Revenge of Mr. Maze. You can't even fully turn around. Damn it all. I figured, you know, follow the pylons. They surely lead to a power plant. But so far, no good. Mr. Maze, Acronymous.
I can see you from the helicopter.
Oh, you
What happened to your car?
bastards!
No, it's going great. I'm having a nice boat right here.
All right. Well, we're almost at the power plant anyway. I'll see you in there.
Come on! Why? Oh, you better drive to the plant. It'll be faster that way. Can't wait on the helicopter. Oh, this freaking game. Not convinced that was the way I needed to go. Should I be taking a photo of all this flooding? Don't know if we took a photo of the asbestos or the broken door.
I suppose these plants shouldn't be underwater.
Yeah, good thing we're taking a photo of it. I hate for anyone to miss this fine detail. And now ripping off a bit more valve, it's starting to feel like... Oh crikey, what was that level where it floods halfway through? You gotta rush through to one side, grab some gasoline, bring it back for the boat. I don't think it's Heavy Rain. That's another game entirely. Because I played plenty of Left 4 Dead 2, I can't remember them. There was Dead Center... The Passing... Yeah, it was definitely Left 4 Dead 2. Yeah, sadly last time I played Left 4 Dead 2, I was titularly left for dead, shot in the legs with a shotgun by aristocrat, as he says, no dead weight, right? Right after I carved us the path on the finale. That's more on me, I actually didn't think he'd survived, and I was definitely leaving him for dead first. That wasn't last time, well, that's what I remember. Can't even zoom in from here, which is a bit of a shame. Oh, okay, no sick jumps here. Wasn't there a Left 4 Dead 1 and a Left 4 Dead 2? I think the Left 4 Dead 1 one was Dutch flavored though. And Eurista was there as well because he was living in Dutchland. I don't know, it was a long time ago. Memory is hazy. Alright, how do we proceed here? Do we just break on through to the other side? No, this has stuff getting in the way. And I can't get out of this. Maybe I can do a sick jump. No. Maybe this broke the window so we can go through? Okay, again, I cannot seem to get out of this boat, which is a shame. The Eurista betrayal became because you, Jake, betrayed someone in the first one with the Dutch. I think it was Sugar. Yeah, but everyone should betray Sugar. Alright, come on, do I have to sign up with security or something to let me through? Or reach in and grab something? Maybe I need to go out the other side? That's all stopped off here. Just step off the boat. Oh, hello, keys. There we go. This doesn't feel like the right place that I was meant to get out of the boat, but sure. Keys for me. And out we go. My wife wanted a new mirror. Hope you don't mind I borrowed this one. Wives. Stahlberg time 2016, which I think is the current date for the game. What's wrong with the Stahlberg roads? Stahlberg FC wins yet another game. 1-0 at Coxburg. Yeah, good for them. Is that? It's not photograph worthy, sadly. What's our way in here? Is there a key hiding?
Can't carry any more of these. I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
Oh god, here we go. Right. Just turn all the gates on and turn the lights off because the lights seem to be causing some sort of problem. And the door still isn't open. Are we nearing the end? We are on the 9th chapter out of 10, but this chapter is not letting up. Oh, okay, well I suppose that's one way in. Better get that
I don't think
fixed.
I can fit this in my pockets.
Is that another coin? As I was following it out, it looks like I saw a coin, but I guess it was the base of that. Okay, now I can grab whatever this is. Actually, what was that? Ah. That's how we turned the lights off. And I'm glad I saved. How did that kill me so quickly? What exactly did I touch? Well, none of my concern. God, 1:15 in the morning. We better be getting late night pay for all this. Oh yeah, I bounced right off of Pathologic 2. It was a very unpleasant experience.
I have like a ton of these things already.
I feel like I've been fooled. Pathologic 2 was a Western RPG. And it was intentionally horrible to play. Alright, so the only thing I think I need to do here, if at all, is open this up. Probably so I can turn some valves, but I haven't spied any key for you. I feel like I've been all around this place. Unless the thing that I grabbed allows me to access a new place with the key. Alright, nothing here. I did open up, well, I did turn on the power for the gate at least, but it doesn't seem to have been enough. Unless I can... Oh, yeah, there we go. It knows who's boss. It's me. Good thing we took this very fast way to get to the power plant, faster than that helicopter. Oh, I'm so mad at this game for a variety of reasons. Come on, chapter 10. What's... Oh, yeah, thank God, okay. Whew. Thank whatever horrible Finnish god there is, that chapter only took 2 hours, as opposed to 3.5 hours that one of the previous chapters took. What's one of the ending chapter titles in Half-Life 1? We're beyond unintended consequences here. Did I say Half-Life 1? I meant any Half-Life. Really 2. I was never a fan of Half-Life 1 or 2, but 2 was better.
Mark, I think it's worse than we expected. I think the water's gotten inside the containment building, and everything's running on emergency power.
Oh shit, that's not good.
And I can't find a single person in here. It's like everyone just packed up and went home.
I'll try to find someone.
You'll have to hurry. I'll try to look for the manager in case he's still here.
Sounds bad, but it also sounds like not our problem.
Must be careful not to go too deep.
I'm pretty sure these sorts of places are meant to have 24/7 staff, no matter what. God, it really is Silent Hill with all these doors. Okay. Doors that don't open, I mean. Basic ID pass, get. Oh hey, the helicopter. Could I just leave? Right, is that too untoward if we just... get in the helicopter and leave? That's what I've been asking to do this whole game. No, too high for me. Alright, well, let's use our basic pass and try and find someone. Because I doubt we have the wherewithal to fix a plant like this ourselves.
I can't find Carl and Amit. Have you seen them?
No, but I look for them.
Why?
We'll have to be quick.
I'm starting to wonder if there really is some kind of explanation why everyone is so flaky and everything is broken around here. Maybe it's the mushrooms. Someone in chat suggested it might be aliens. I'm not ruling that one out. Oh good, toilets are all working. Better make sure that's all documented for our safety report. Oh, need to take all these photos around the ladies' bathroom as well. Yeah, could be some evidence in this rubbish bin. I thought maybe this part might be timed. It played the tense music, and yeah, the implication seems to be that things could go really bad if we don't fix stuff up here, but now I'm not so sure. Nothing else has been timed.
The manager of this power plant and...
You shouldn't be here. It's too late to do anything.
Is there nothing we can do?
Listen, it's already too late. But if you want to risk your lives, there
No.
might be one more thing left to try.
No.
I'll tell you what we need to do, but first, we'll need to turn on the auxiliary generators.
Did you get that, Mark?
I'm on it.
Have we considered just getting in our helicopter and leaving? That's not good. Do we have a key card around here? That's an office key card. Seems useful. If only I could open this door. Oh, well, I could just grab some keys. Security not very secure. Oh, guys, they're gonna have me go back and forth around here trying every bleeding door. No, have faith, Jake. They wouldn't have made the ending part so outrageously painful like the rest of the game. Maybe we can have a drink. Do they take open sewer coins here? It appears not. So, Chronomus, what was the item that I did not get inside that room with the key card code? Also, where was the key card code? Not an item, but a person with shrooms growing out of their head. Ah, of course. That makes all the sense. That's certainly too deep for our boots. Okay, I think this is what the key I picked up is for. Still absolutely hoping for the option to simply go to the helicopter and get out of here. I don't care about the boss, the city, the people, we just go. Go north and never be heard from again.
I'm pretty sure that's not meant to be like that. Can't carry any more of this. I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes...
Yes, it does. Is this too deep? Yeah, it's too deep.
I'm pretty sure that's not meant to be like that. I still have 9 packs of batteries left. That makes 10 packs of camera batteries.
So Jake, any ideas on what you'll do for Longplay candidates after this? No. I was looking at the list, planning on putting out lists last night, but I was overcome with sleepiness and decided to go to sleep instead. Probably a good decision, given that the DDR was today.
The keys for this.
Oh, of course, we need to find yet another kind of key for yet another kind of lock. I probably need to smash that. Oh, well, there we go. I was thinking of something to throw at it, and then I thought, what if I just throw my body? Because we've clearly lost the will to live. Which I suppose is the game doing a pretty good job of channeling my own feelings about this game. I've been plenty of places in my life, but I've never been to a nuclear power plant, so I couldn't tell you how accurate this is or is not. Yeah, when I was working with water, we didn't go and check the cold storage solutions of nuclear plants. Fire station was about as serious as places got. And we already have a resident fireman around here, so I don't need to tread on those toes. Would you like to? It'd probably be interesting. You know, once. After that, it'd probably be very benign. Even around here, they got these my nuts. Oh, I thought they were cassettes. No, it's nuts and screws and bolts and whatnot. purpose of this? Well, this is achieving a whole lot of not much, and again, we don't want to get our feet wet, so we dare not tread into that water. We're wearing welly boots, but this guy doesn't like the water going any higher than the tops of his welly boots. He hates having wet feet. I came into this room, it didn't seem like there was anything I could interact with, but I could be dead wrong. I would have thought maybe there'd be a key card lying around, you know, inside an old boot or whatnot. Aha! Turbine Hall key card. Isn't that where we need to do the auxiliary power? Let's get on it like a car bonnet then. Although, how do I get back out of here? My high school took us to the Hungarian nuclear power plant. We did the old control room too. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I'm not sure I'd trust a bunch of kids in a place like that, but I'm sure you're on your best behavior.
Can't carry any more of these.
Wait, hang on. How did an additional 2.5, 3 hours, I think, pass? Was it all that time we were on that blessed boat?
Fascinating.
I don't trust our boss. He's been acting weird. Almost everyone working on the new third reactor. We don't have enough people maintaining the first two. Gonna need more people here in case something goes wrong. Someone should talk to him. Okay, good for them. Oh, hello. Crane keys. And we did say that we needed that. Ceiling's being serviced. Do not operate crane. That's no longer my problem. There we go. Some good old auxiliary power. So is the source engine free to work with? Thinking about it, did that achieve anything? Not about to just jump back up there. This isn't Mirror's Edge. At the cost of your sanity, or so I've heard, it's all C++ and horribleness. I wouldn't know. Oh, well, here we go. Turbine Hall key pass allows us into security, giving us office clearance. That's a pretty beefy gun for security. I suppose they have armed security in nuclear reactors, surely. Not the kind of place you'd want just taken over. I think that was a plot point in Crossed. They got all the scientists to go and disable nuclear reactors around the world to stop the Crossed from activating them. And then they just went and killed all of the people that deactivated them, because, you know, they might know how to reactivate them. Man, I haven't read Crossed in forever. oh, boy, I almost went and did myself in there. Right, let's go and use this crane for some odd reason. And it won't activate because... Ah, here we go. Can I just turn all of these on? Front lights, cabin lights, hoist, trolley, bridge, controls, monitor. Monitor doesn't work. Well, let's get to work. Was this ever in our job description? This isn't automatic, I'm having to do this. Left click, right click for up and down. And then WASD to move this thing around. And at a little bend it rolls to a gentle stop. Okay. Are we just gonna leave you there? Sorry, my depth perception is acting up here. Good enough? Yeah, looks good enough to me. Able to jump over that and get across, right? It doesn't go any further than that, it seems. Now, how do I get over there? Seems to be a ladder going down from there, so I need to go up and over, I believe. Yes, up and over. Do I just need to throw myself down and go back round again? Because that wasn't fun the last time. It's going to really suck to discover that I can't actually do... Oh, what the hell, let's go for it. Hmm. Ah. There's a nuclear power plant near to you that is open to visitors. The Zwenttorf in Austria. I thought you were like near me here in Hungary. Just go to Austria. I've been meaning to do that for some time. Still open to visitors. That might be nice. Ah. Perhaps depth perception has truly put me out of my misery. Should have saved before coming along here. Oh well, let's go for it. Boy, I'm so tired of this game's shenanigans. Alley-oop. Can't believe this isn't photograph worthy. I also can't believe that worked.
I'm glad I'm not the one paying for all of this.
You're risking your life for it all, though. Hey, maybe what I was actually meant to do was jump off here to get into the center part. We'll see what's over this side first, though. Let's not slack on saving our game with our fancy 2016 smartphone.
I found the generators, but it doesn't look promising.
Try turning them on regardless.
What disaster of a mess around here. I wonder if it's going to be explained why everyone has just left. Yeah, maybe because they are a bit more sane than we are. Ah, Invisiwalled here. Okay, how do we turn you on then? Ah, perhaps this big button that says generators.
These generators are toast. I can't get these to work.
There's a second set of generators near the containment building. You should be able to access them from door C5.
You heard what he said.
I'm on my way.
I know how we could access our helicopter right now. God, it's freaking game, freaking people, freaking plot. Charlie 5, I believe he said.
These things are ready.
Yeah, the alarms are getting a bit more persuasive. Also, I've never ridden a helicopter. Might be fun to get in this one right away. I love heights, so stands to reason I would like to be in a helicopter. So is this also considered a horror game, or is it just creepy atmosphere? Oh, no, there has been no horror element to this game, not in my eyes at least. No, we got our horror from Pathologic 2 and the Mortuary Assistant, and the Mortuary Assistant was great. Pathologic 2 was not. Although I've had people here tell me that Pathologic 2 is really good. That can't be good. But I bounced clean off that game. Struck me as a game that did not want me to enjoy it, so I wasn't going to waste my time. Surely the horror is what Jake experiences when he wakes up realizing today he's playing INFRA. It's been pretty horrible. Alright, down we go. Oh, it's all wet. And it's a little promising that it's a new area loaded, because I was not enjoying that back and forthing back in the area before. Alright, come on then. And now we take a photo of the floods. Surely this is too deep for us. No? Oh, wow, so we finally manned up and decided that it's okay to get our feet wet for the sake of saving our lives. Pathologic 2 is really good, you just didn't approach it correctly. It's a survival game first, the horror is second. You needed to Nancy Drew it more and steal everything that isn't nailed to the floor. No, I got the impression the game didn't want me playing it. I didn't like how we were thrown in, and nothing makes any sense, but you have to make these decisions. Decisions that have no weight because you don't know what you're doing. You don't even know what you're talking about in the decisions that you make. And it's hard to have a situation where choices matter when you have no agency like that. Well, down into the shaft we go. Ugh. Guess it's impossible to do damage-free run of this game then. And even here, there's just beer everywhere. Damn fins.
I found the generators. I'll try to get them running.
There's the big red button that says generators. Oh, God, okay, come on. Instructions. Needle indicates the speed of the generator compared to the grid. If it's stationary, it's running at the proper speed, can be synchronized. If it's rotating clockwise, it's too high, and vice versa. My head is really starting to hurt from this game. My body is causing itself pain to try and tell me stop playing this nonsense. Although it's also possible that I'm dehydrated from all that DDR, so I'll have a drink as well. All things considered, that's much more likely. Okay. Green? Green is good? Green is good? It's all good. So that means we need to raise the speed here. I think there's something fundamental I'm missing here. Hold down the buttons to change the... Oh, hold them down. Probably don't tap them then. Well, I need to sort out this one, whichever one you were. How did you not synchronize properly? Thought I hit you right. Right, they all look pretty in sync to me. Now what? I don't know, I guess I'm just going to turn them all on. No. Come on now. Hey. And you're looking a bit too Speedy Gonzales, so let's just slow you right down. Alright, so is there some button that turns on all of them at the same time? When the needle is stopped at the on-sync label, press the breaker button. Well, I did exactly that. Now, how do we... what do we even do with that? You understand the meaning of the word stopped. Could be onto something there. I'm the one stopping it, though. Oh man, this is fun. It is not fun. This game is not fun. Maybe it's not meant to be fun, maybe it's meant to be like an experience, like watching Schindler's List. No! No! Is that stopped enough for you? Ah, good. I mean, how could I not just achieve the same thing by good timing? I'm made of good timing.
The generators are online.
You'll need to make your way to the reactor hull next. You'll need to go through 2 sets of blast doors, and you should find an elevator.
This seemed like something a sane man would be doing. Alright, where's our elevator at? And where's the G-man watching all this happen? Well, save and save often. What in the world have I missed? I haven't seen an elevator. You did say 2 sets of blast doors, but where's that elevator? Oh, this is an elevator. I don't know how I just blanked this out when I walked past it the first time.
I'm in the elevator.
Now listen closely. In the hall you're about to enter, you will be exposed to radiation, so we'll need to act fast.
Well, it definitely sounds like save
There
first.
will be 2 pumps. You'll have to find them and get them both running. They were being serviced just before the flood, so it might be you'll have to do some engineering.
Got it.
That's how we should be acting.
And get them both running. They were being serviced just before the flood, so it might be you'll have to do some engineering.
Got it.
Buttons.
You'll need to turn on the pumps before that button does anything.
Will soon be over. Oh, well, getting right to the end of the game, we still find the old fuse puzzle. I'm not sure if it can be called a puzzle. We don't have all the information we need. What I need right now is, where does that fuse go? Perhaps into the bathroom.
Interesting.
Mark, not to alarm you, but the radiation levels are rising. You'll need to hurry.
Bet having a good old beer will sort me right out. There's a second button.
Can't carry any more of these.
Now where do these buttons go?
Intriguing.
Fascinating. Alright, do you think our ankles can handle this?
Mark, the radiation's getting pretty intense. More of the pumps coming along.
I just got in here, would you calm down? There's a pump. Which isn't working. And it's missing 2 fuses. Well, we know where 1 fuse is. Still no idea what to do with all these buttons though. I'll shove one over here for now. Do you want buttons? This isn't doing my tatty in at all. Right. In goes 1. Find 1 more fuse, and maybe just the 2 buttons are all you need for the other pump. That'd be pretty hardcore. Where's the other pump anyway? If that's 1 pump, where's the other?
You'll need to hurry. You don't have much time.
Where is that other pump? Or that other fuse, that would also work. It says pump 1 here. What the heck is pump 2? Oh, it's locked. Of course it's freaking locked. Ah. No other way in? No, okay. Still no other fuse? Aha! Alright, surely this place can make do with one pump. The other one's just auxiliary. Oh. How much speed do we need anyway? It doesn't say that it's sufficient yet, so up's a daisy. Hey, there we go. It's as fast as it needs to be. Now, how about that other pump? And now I can't remember where it was, but there was a pretty obvious door to it. I know it's not here, but what does this ladder go to? Perhaps some way to the other pump? Or perhaps nothing. Well, the shaking's not a good sign. But how in the world do I open that door? Keys hanging around somewhere? Be easier to spot if the screen weren't shaking like crazy here.
The reactor's melting down. Just drop everything and run. Get to the elevator, Mark.
Hell no, I'm gonna find that key. Where is it? I must save everything. There, sweet relief.
You'll have to find them and get them both running. They were being serviced just before the flood, so it might be you'll have to do some engineering.
Got it.
Right. At least we know how to deal with one of them, but I still don't know how to get into the other pump room. And it's not like the guy could very kindly tell me how and why and where they've locked the room up. Miserable freaking experience it is playing this game. I still... Why? What in the world made you think this is a great long play candidate, Acro? What was going through your head? Only pain, that's what's going through my head. Less might be going through Acro's head than you'd think. Ah, I'd expect something like this out of like Hamster or Sea Fusion. You know, one of the walking curses that we have in this community.
Mark, not to alarm you, but the radiation levels are rising. You'll need to hurry.
There we go. Sufficient speed. Oh, perhaps I shouldn't have turned it off. Wait, what? Does that make any sense? It's looking good. Okay, there we go. See? Sufficient speed. No low hertz warning. But now we still have that problem of me not being able to get into pump 2. I enjoyed it a great deal. I thought you would as well, and I assume my lack of taste had an influence. Right, where, oh where are the keys to pump 2? Here's pump 2. Door doesn't open. If I were the mismanagement of this facility, where would I hide the keys to pump 2? There might be a key locker that I've been overlooking. I'm going to assume that pump 2 needs these switches as well, so I should probably just thunk them down next to it. Although I can't remember where the second one was. Oh, it was inside a locker, wasn't it? Maybe I was too busy digging through that locker and not grabbing the keys that were right next to it. There's a lot. Oh god, what if I need even more fuses? At least I kind of know where those are. Keys, 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 keys. Just a Wellington boot, a set of batteries.
I don't think I can fit these in my pockets.
And a beer. No keys. Aha! The pump 2 keys. Alright. We're on easy street now, folks.
You'll need to hurry. You don't have much time.
Oh, well, there's the button. Oh, what if it needs fuses? It needs only one fuse. From what we can see. Okay, great. Well, we already threw one fuse unceremoniously into the main room somewhere. Yeah, screw it. I know there's one up here as well. Don't I? Yes, yes I do. I've been told the amount of radiation we're exposed to here is the equivalent of one chest X-ray. Let's make sure there is sufficient speed.
Now, make your way to the control room and activate the reactor pool emergency fill.
But there's a low hertz warning.
Be careful! You'll have to go turn on the other pump again.
Oh, great. Oh, that low hertz warning might be something worth worrying about. Go. I'm sure they don't put a low hertz warning there just for giggles. Alright, now push the big button and we're good to go, surely. Where was the big button? I think it was up here. No, I'm not so sure.
Good. That bought us a little bit of time. Take the elevator downstairs and I'll tell you what we need to do next.
Yeah.
Alright, so that was the easy part. What you'll need to do next is go under the reactor and manually insert the control rods into the reactor core to shut it down. You can see why I asked if you were willing to risk your lives for this. We should be fine, but only if you do it quickly. Let me know once you're ready, and I'll open the blast doors.
I'm looking forward to the explanation as to why nobody else is here. It better be really good. And not just, oh, everyone was drinking beer and eating mushrooms. At this point, I'm thinking aliens is the only reasonable thing. Oh, this is it. Okay, cool. Rod control, eh? What? I need to turn them all off, right? I can do that. Alright. Down one. Right two.
We're running out of time.
Yeah, well, sorry, I didn't design Wallace and Gromit's nuclear reactor.
Almost there.
Alright. Down. Left. Down. Okay, maybe not.
Just a few more.
Doesn't seem to go down.
Hurry, Mark. Last one.
I'm working on it, sunshine. Oh god, right, so we need to rotate you around and then bring you all the way down. Alright, let's try that again, shall we?
You can do it, Mark. Almost there. We're running out of time.
Pretty sure I'm dying, chaps.
Just a few more.
So, up, left, insert, and then spin right round like a record.
Last one. Hurry, Mark.
Looks like I can take a photo to commemorate the occasion.
There we go.
Yes! The reactor is going down! We did it!
We?
I can't believe it.
We?
I think it's finally over. You saved the city, Mark. You did an excellent job today. I have no words to describe how glad I am to have you as my employee. I think it's high time we all went home for the day. Just head for the elevator, and the helicopter is waiting for you on the roof.
Finally, what a fucking day. Full of endless tunnels, close calls, poisonous mushrooms, and goddamn teddy bears. Better killer.
Excellent work. If you ever want a job in a nuclear power plant, it's yours. There might be a manager position opening up.
It's all very suspicious here. 220, eh? That doesn't work. I'm still thinking it's aliens at this point. Why do you think it's 0451, Marvin? You can get there if you have enough decay or corruption documented. And the best ending is locked behind it. Decay and corruption documented a fair amount of it, but I don't know where we're meant to get the number for that. Oh, what the hell, I deserve a good ending. Aww. Oh Christ, 90%! There's no way I'm going through all that. Yeah, just start over. Just get it all redone. The code only works if you get told in-game. Ah, I see. I like to think I did quite a lot of documenting, but 90% is a hell of an ask. We did it though, oh my days. It's almost insulting as the partner that you get in Monster Hunter World. That fat freak just shoving her fat face full of food the whole time while going, we did it, Pard, we're the best. She does nothing. She actually does nothing. Oh, and then for a short period of the game you get an actual handler. But no, she goes away real fast.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
This place is not worth saving.
That was something incredible you pulled off down there. I'm glad to have you with us.
Good job, Mark. I knew you could do it.
I have to admit, that was a pretty good job you did back there.
There's got to be more to it than that. God, it's not over.
Hey, Mark. I hope I didn't wake you. How's your vacation going?
No, I was already up. It's good. It's nice to have a bit of peace and quiet after all that happened.
That's nice to hear. Actually, I called you because we need your help. We were offered a job to investigate Whiprock Island. You know, the old prison and its surroundings. If you ever get tired of being on vacation, just come by the office and we'll talk more.
Get tired of vacation? I have to think about it.
Good. And Mark, it's good to have you. We would all be worse off if it wasn't for everything you did. Take care now, and enjoy the rest of your vacation. You've earned it.
I will. I'll see you later.
Is this Finnish vacation? This looks miserable. Oh, Christ. Okay. People worried about the quality of water in Stalbury. They're not talking about my heroics in the paper.
I wonder if there's anything on TV.
I found your credit card. Wasn't working anymore. Probably have a new one already.
Where did I put the remote?
Nice to have your old card back. I hope... okay, thank you, Pinty. Can I take it? No. I don't have my camera. I don't have my light. Can we turn on the lights? Turn on the telly? Oh, here we go. Is there a light switch that works in this crummy home? Something important, back at the office, relating all the documents, da-da-da-da-da, new job, okay, well, good for you. Oops. Keeping an eye on you. We know you've been inside the bunker. You're wondering why we haven't heard anything about it. What do you do with the information? Send us everything you have, or there'll be consequences. Devil Bikers didn't see that coming. Good pictures. Is this meant to wrap up everything nicely for us? It's so dark in here. Given how dark it is outside, it must be about 11 AM. Completed the required task by finding and drinking 5 bottles of beer. So I'm going to assume that you find a bunch of stuff in your house relating to the actions that you did when you're going around, including that diploma and finding documentation, breaking into places.
Dam collapsed last neglected maintenance. Construction work on rebuilding the dam was supposed to finish later this year, but following several delays, Stahlberg Construction Group's new estimates now put the completion over 3 years away. Repair work on the Bergman tunnels continue. These tunnels caused a shock in August when a collapse in one part of the tunnels set off a chain reaction that wreaked havoc all over Stahlberg. The beer manufacturer Osmo Olut has bought the Walter Tower skyscraper from the center of the city and plans to turn it into their new headquarters. The beer trade has been expanding in the last few years, and the company is doing better than ever. The aptly named Walter Tower used to be the headquarters of Walter Corporation, but fell into disuse after their CEO, Jeff Walter, went missing several years ago. A number of condemning documents regarding Stahlberg city officials has been published. The scope of these documents is extensive, and they have already brought corruption charges upon many officials. Further investigation is still ongoing. Mayor Altmaier has resigned in the face of these accusations. That's all for tonight. I hope you all have a good evening, and we'll see you in the morning on Stahlberg News Network.
Oh, that's it? We went through this travesty of a game, and that's it? Yeah, exactly, Sumizome Pink. Thank God that's over. I really should have just let the nuke... You know what? Do we still have a save? No, 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 not new game. Load game. Right, these Fino Germans are going
We'll
down.
have to find them and get them both running. They were being serviced just before the flood, so it might be you'll have to do some engineering.
Got it.
This whole place is going down. We don't care. We never cared.
I still have 9 packs of batteries left.
In fact, if I thought pissing in the pool would help destroy this place any faster, we'd be doing that as well. What an awful game this was! I mean, I was starting out just by thinking that the game was nothing. About the time when we got to the dam... See, at the very, very start, I was actually getting, dare I say, excited about it. Going around these kinds of environments, taking photographs of dilapidation, right? That's pretty cool. Didn't do anything with it. Not even a counter for all the stuff you got. Oh, but the good ending is hidden behind finding 90% of these things. Like, oh, God, no. That's just turning something interesting into busy work. And this absolutely insane story. These zombie characters. Incredibly unfulfilling. What a... So yeah, this went from, ooh, promising to, oh, it's not really doing anything, to just being
Mark, not to alarm you.
actively
Your
aggravating.
levels are rising. You'll need to hurry.
How many hours of my life have I wasted on this damn game? I mean, I recently grinded out a victory in Disgaea 7, and that felt like less time than I spent on this. Even though I'm pretty sure it's about 4 times more. Yeah, no, nothing about the pictures we took. It would be nice to have an epilogue where we actually go through all the issues that there is. Maybe give us a bill at the end of it all. Both for our work and that the city has to pay for. Kind of like at the end of Star Fox 64. How the more enemies you shoot down, the more of a bill you give to General Pepper, and his reaction changes on how much he's charged. In the end, he just goes, "What?" If you get a score of, I think it's 2,000 or more. I should look up all the different things he says, actually, because I only know the what and the, oh, it's a high price to pay.
How are the pumps coming along?
Oh, careful now, let's not break our legs. I don't want to have to do this again. Yeah, I think the main problem is that all the photos don't really do anything. At all. In fact, if we hadn't been told that it's a threshold ending, we would still be coming away thinking that all the photos we took were absolutely meaningless. And for all we know, it's all just a lie. Perpetuated by people who want this game to be a roaring success. Oh yeah, there we go. Better games about taking photos would include Pokemon Snap, Dead Rising, what was that game? The horror game with the camera. I feel like it's silent in its name. Fatal Frame, that's it, of course. Silent Fatal Frame. You take photos in Dark Cloud? Maybe. Majora's Mask? You get the pictograph thing there. I haven't played Beyond Good and Evil, I don't think. Is that the one with Jade and her weird green lipstick? Dark Cloud 2? Oh, I didn't play Dark Cloud 2, I only played 1. I wanted Dark Cloud 2, but didn't it not release in Europe? Or we only got Dark Chronicles?
Don't have much time.
Either way, I never found it in the shops, never got it, and never played it. Dark Cloud 2 sucked. I was so disappointed. Aww. I mean, Dark Cloud 1 wasn't without its faults, but it was a fun game. Quirky. The weapon degradation was not great, though. Oh god, no. But I really liked the mix of the city building and the dungeon crawling RPG. Light survival elements. I forget if you needed food or if it was just water. I think eating bananas made you thirsty in that game. The fishing minigame in Dark Cloud 1 was not very welcome. And I seem to recall there being some kind of horrible gem grind as well. I never actually beat Dark Cloud 1 because the sheer depth of the dungeons that you had to crawl through got obnoxious. I think the final dungeon was 100 floors big. And that was just no. No, no, no. Same reason I've never done all the dungeons in Reactor. I do miss Dead, I Covered Wars, you know, Rise. Yeah, now that game was great. It's funny to see a comparison in all the good things that they did in Dead Rising 1 and then did not do in Dead Rising 3 and beyond. Dead Rising 2 was such a good sequel as well. Everything that made the first game great, and just more of it. Come on, please, this siren is doing my tatty in. I'm gonna be closing my eyes trying to sleep tonight and I'll still hear this whomp. The worse you sleep, the better. Hey now, my sleeping's been going fine now. Probably just an after effect of being sick. Slept like a log last night and the night before. Good times. Actually, maybe it's the INFRA curse that's been giving me sleeping troubles. Clearly my mind is restless trying to figure out what's going on in this game. Alright, surely it's time to leave now. If it makes you feel any worse, I've worn out tapes stuck in my head, been listening to it on loop for the last hour. It's a really good song, though. I had it on repeat for the whole day after I heard it in that Rhythm Doctor game. Couldn't get enough of it.
Get out of there.
Okay, finally, come on.
Melting down. Just drop everything and run. Get to the roof, Mark. We need to leave right now. Mark, we need to leave.
Oh wait, we're not done. Reach from a drink now. I wonder if you can wait here long enough and have everything explode beneath you.
Get in. We have to get out of there, and fast.
I just hope we can get out of here before.
We will, Mark. You did your best.
Yeah, I certainly did,
They
boss.
managed to get everyone out of the city in time.
Hey, Marek. I've been trying to reach you for a while. Listen, I know that things didn't exactly go down the way we wanted them to, but how are you doing?
I'm fine.
That's good to hear. We were worried about you. You're probably busy, so I won't keep you for long. But if you ever wanted to get back in the saddle, so to speak, we might have something coming up. You don't have to say yes. I just wanted you to know that the option's there if you want it.
I'll think about it.
You do that. Take care, Mark.
You too.
You know what? The ending's no different, except I can actually see. Oh, I think I stole all that money in the end.
It's
And
nice
we're-
to be back in Finland for a change.
We're in an actually nice looking... This is a better ending! Okay, well, I'm locked in my house, which doesn't seem so great, but it's comfy log cabin we get. Gorgeous view, no crime-breeding well, not skyscrapers, but apartment places next to us. I'm not watching the zombie girl on TV, hell no.
Where did I put the remote?
Hey, we got all these beers,
Well,
got our own sugar
nothing
flakes,
tastes and different.
and we probably have significantly less cancer than last time. Oh, now this is ultra cozy. We even got our little Anne Frank loft up here, which is still kind of dark. But yeah, we didn't steal the torch from work. So, while this was miserable, there were a lot of questions that didn't get answered. Acronymus, do you have any amazing answers for us that have no intention of ever looking them up otherwise? Why was there nobody in the nuclear power plant? Why was it going wrong to begin with? What was up with the mushrooms? What was up with everything? I feel like this set up so many questions, none of which had actually decided to answer. Unless it all flew over my head. Any last words before sentencing? Any last words before your last meal, more like? The mushrooms were an experiment by Stahlberg nuclear weapons that got out of hand. Nuclear explosion still has people worried about the potable water. Oh, hey, that's promising. INFRA's going to do a lore playthrough soon. Now, that'd be nice. That would be nice. Maybe someone that actually loves this game could bring it to life in a stream, because I've seen streams of games that I know are terrible, but the people running it are just so in love with the game, so full of knowledge, and just they bring the whole situation to life, make it worth watching. So it'll be good to see INFRA do that. Already looking forward to it. Surely be more fun than Dominions. SNW was the bunker you didn't actually explore. I thought I did. I thought I got a message about having explored it. Okay, anyway, that's neither here nor there. We are done with INFRA. May this never haunt our channel ever again, except when I put out the battery compilation, which, on reflection, maybe I won't. It's just going to be about 30 minutes of the guy talking about batteries. Thank you, Acro, for putting this game forward, and everybody that voted behind it. Bear in mind, this wasn't a one-man show. We will have the vote on the next long play, probably after the weekly one-shot this week. Not doing it right now, because wouldn't be doing it anyway, since I've got other stuff slated for this week. But I will be glad to never wake up and think that I still have this game hanging over me like Damocles' sword. It was miserable. This was even meant to be one of the shorter long plays after the monolithic one that we just had. I thought it would be nice to have a short one, but this one ended up long overstaying its welcome. Steam, how many hours have I sunk into INFRA? 22.3 hours. I'm not getting my refund on this one, but well, until I'm back with more streams, it is a... Please watch the news report.
It's now been 5 months since the incident at the Stallberg nuclear power plant. Thousands of people died during the incident, but thanks to the quick actions of local rescue workers who gave their lives to contain the area, further loss of life could be avoided. National Consulting Group has conducted surveys of the full extent of the fallout, and according to them, parts of the city closest to the power plant will remain uninhabitable for years to come. But other areas, such as open sewer, were left almost unscathed by the event. The incident was caused by inadequate flood protections at the power plant, which failed when the Two Gorges Dam collapsed after years of neglected maintenance. Work on rebuilding the dam continues. Stallberg Construction Group estimates that the project will be completed later this year. Repair work on the Bergman tunnels continue. These tunnels caused a shock in August when a collapse in one part of the tunnels set off a chain reaction that wreaked havoc all over Stallberg. The beer manufacturer Osmo Olude has bought the Walter Tower skyscraper from the center of the city and plans to turn it into their new headquarters. The beer trade has been expanding in the last few years, and the company is doing better than ever. The aptly named Walter Tower used to be the headquarters of Walter Corporation, but fell into disuse after their CEO, Jeff Walter, went missing several years ago. A number of condemning documents regarding Stallberg city officials has been published. The scope of these documents is extensive, and they have already brought corruption charges upon many officials. Further investigation is still ongoing. Mayor Altmaier has resigned in the face of these accusations. That's all for tonight. I hope you all have a good evening, and we'll see you in the morning on Stallberg News Network.
God, I hate Austrians.